Bitcoin just had the highest weekly close since the middle of 2022. Bitcoin closed above $52,000. This is a big deal, and I want to dive into the weekly chart here to share with you what I'm seeing and what we could expect for the next couple of weeks ahead, leading into the Bitcoin halving, which at this point is about 2 months or even less than 2 months away. It is set to happen in the middle of April, and this again is a huge deal in the world of crypto. If you're new here, my name is Dirk. Welcome. Make sure to follow my page on Instagram, subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on YouTube, and drop a like if you enjoy this kind of content. Share it with a friend. Let's get this out to more people so that they are more aware of what's happening in the markets. Alright, so this is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. You can see every single candle here represents 1 week worth of price action. As I'm recording this, we are sitting at $52,000 for a single Bitcoin. Now, what is important to note, first of all, is it hits these levels. Okay, the price here, it went above this high, it went above this high. Let me draw an arrow here to show you. You can see this high over here, this high over here. And we are here perfectly at the 0.70% Fibonacci retracement. So this 0.70, this purple line, is the exact 0.70% retracement of the entire 2022 bear market. If we can flip this level, which is just about $53,000, if the price can get above there, then I suspect the next target is simply the previous all-time high of $69,000, and that could very much still be on track within the next couple of weeks. Now, of course, we had a very strong weekly close. Today is President's Day, I believe, in the US, and the stock markets are actually closed on this Monday, which means we could actually see a little bit of trickery within the lower time frames. Intraday, we could maybe see a bit of a pullback. So it would completely be okay for this to, within the next week or two, potentially pull back here to maybe 50, maybe even 48,000, and then continue to break through and then continue higher. That is completely a possibility. So of course, be careful. Everyone is feeling a bit of that euphoria and froth. The sentiment is leaning towards greed, and even extreme greed, pretty close to that. And everyone is getting bullish on timelines. We're starting to see social media influencers start talking about crypto again. We have Robert Kiyosaki who's saying Bitcoin to 100,000 by June. So you can see a complete shift in sentiment here as price is now sitting above $50,000. It is starting to really get recognition again, and people are talking about it because now it's starting to be cool again to talk about crypto. Now it is the safe play where if you've been gone all this bear market as an influencer and you've kind of avoided crypto because it's just been going down and you don't really know what you're talking about, but now Bitcoin is back at 50,000, you can jump back on the bandwagon and say, hey guys, we're back at 50,000, we're going a lot higher. So you're going to start seeing a lot more of that. And obviously a lot more general finance business type influencers are all going to start switching over to crypto the higher it goes, which draws in more retail investors, just the average person who works a 9 to 5, who knows nothing really about crypto, but they start seeing everyone talk about it, and that's when we get that retail FOMO into crypto, and that is where we start to see the price go a lot higher in the short term, and that is what creates basically the greed and thrill and euphoria phase of the market, where in those last couple of weeks or those last couple of months of the cycle, due to that enormous inflow of capital from retail investors, the market pumps a lot, and that is also when we see altcoins especially make this massive pump higher, where in a very short period of time we see altcoins do a 10x or a 20x or a 30x or even more than that. So I believe we're getting closer and closer to that phase. Let's see what happens here. This trend is strong bullish in my opinion, this weekly trend. You can see here strong, the last 2 weeks, 2 massive green weekly candles. So a bit of a pullback is completely fine, maybe to 50,000, maybe even to 48,000. I would say if we start getting below 48,000, then we have to watch on the lower time frames, then we might go into the low 40s. So ideally we don't really want to go much below 48,000 for now. So a pullback of $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 is completely possible. We want to see this $53,000 level flip to the upside, and then in my opinion it's kind of clear open skies all the way to the $69,000 high, which we might end up seeing still by the time of the halving, which is about 2 months away. Let's have a look at Ethereum because it also closed, in my opinion, very strong bullish. You can see we're here at almost $2,900 for 1 ETH. We had a massive green weekly candle here for the past week. that is just a very, very strong bullish candle. And you can see over here, what's interesting to note, you can see I've got this arrow over here, and this high from April 2022, that becomes, in my opinion, the next target. And you can see here, I've said this a few times over the past months and weeks, Ethereum is basically lagging behind Bitcoin. So I just showed you Bitcoin is already at the 0.78% of the whole bear market retracement. Ethereum is lagging behind quite a bit. So for Ethereum to be on the same level, technically percentage retracement wise, of the bear market, it would have to go here to $3,700 just to catch up with Bitcoin. So at this point in time, I'm expecting in the near future for Ethereum to start to outperform Bitcoin, because simply just it's lagging behind, and Bitcoin has already made this move. So hopefully we'll see Ethereum catch up here, and the target here at least would be the lower end of the Fibonacci golden pocket, which is 3,300, but the 0.70 and this high over here is 3,700, and I do expect us to see that. If we can get above that 3,700, the next target then becomes simply the all-time high, in my opinion, which is just close to $5,000. And I actually believe that might also be possible to see within the next 2 months by the time of the halving. So in my opinion, these markets are looking very bullish, they're looking very strong, very healthy, and I would expect a lot more upside in the coming weeks. Now in the short term, especially today, since it's also a holiday market where the stock market is closed in the USA, it could be some trickery. And like I said on Bitcoin, we could see a small pullback within the short term. We could drop to 50,000 or 49 or 48,000. But hopefully if we get that pullback, that's all that we're going to get. And then we see a quick recovery and continuation a lot higher. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.